Okay. The intense group in the back, break up. Little intensity in the back. Okay, who wants to start? Who is interested? What group? Tell me a couple of things from your group. Somebody? Somebody? Yes, Lindsay.
Turn the speaker away from the door, or from the window.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so what she said was turn the seeker away from the window of the door. So they're not seeing people. That's excellent. Very good. Okay, what
The
else?
second thing was lower the lights. The lighting is, big impact.
Yes, lower the lighting. So one of the things I hate in this church is that you go in and, well, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. That's bad.
I know. I'm texting Fred right now. Saying, I need a helper. Come on, you're doing great.
So in a lot of the rooms, not in all of them, but a lot of the rooms, you have two different settings for lights. What I don't like is having a meeting in low lighting. I like bright lights, but when you're doing ministry, low lighting is really good. That's really good.
And then also a really good suggestion is fluffy socks to bring them. So you have the
Oh, fluffy socks.
Nice, thank
Very good. So 3 fast groups is excellent. Okay, what about this group up here? What are 3?
Okay.
Or 2? What are 2? 2, 2.
Okay, we addressed the issue of cell phone usage, to speak the expectations beforehand, but also maybe to give each person like a pencil and a piece of paper, so if they need to write something down, they can, versus always going to.
Okay, so what about cell phone usage? What's the best practice?
Turn it off.
Put it away. Yep. Yep. Doesn't matter if you're looking up a Bible verse. Put it away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That is the best practice, guys.
turn
Because
it
it's-
silent.
Because turn it to silent because because the seeker doesn't know if somebody's looking up a Bible verse or posting something on Facebook, you know? So it just needs to be put away. Turn on silent. Okay, thank you. So, and then give paper and pencil to somebody if they get, so sometimes there's,
Have it before, before you start, so they already have it, because sometimes they'll want to make a note of the Bible verse they want to look up during the break or whatever.
Yeah.
Or that, we've had it where, they are in a ministry group, and even though they're not, it's not their ministry time, but they may hear something that triggers something in their story, so they'll want to make a little note to bring that up.
right, okay, so so did you guys hear that? The best practice is you can provide your seekers that are not going through ministry day, you can provide them with a piece of paper or a note card or something like that. If they hear something for their own ministry, if they think of a Bible verse that they want to share, we're going to talk about how to encourage them to say an encouraging word later, but to provide that with them so they're not digging in their purse or getting out their big old binder. Okay, excellent. Okay, what about this group right here? I'm coming at you in a minute.
I'll do it.
Do it, Mark.
I think eye contact and smile we talked about, but, really just body language.
Yeah, so he said eye contact and body language. And so one of the things we didn't include in here, I don't think, is that there is this moment when you're doing ministry that a seeker might look at you and hold your gaze. Do not look away. Because what they are doing is seeing if they can trust you. They are looking deep into you to see if you are trustworthy. So do not look away. It goes miles in creating a safe environment. That's really good.
I want to jump in there real quick too. It's a very good point. In that we are not psychologists. We're not to be neutral in this, okay? There's a real fine point. I talk about empowering, for those of you who have empowering with me, is that I don't want you to be emotionally neutral when somebody's telling you a horrible story about something they went through. I mean, you can react how you want to react. What I'm saying is don't hold back in the sense of this, of just like acknowledge that was a horrible thing they went through, okay? Now, this is my other rule. If you're crying more than the seeker, stop.
Don't do it.
Don't do that. Pull it back and land somewhere in the middle, because and there's a way to do it where you're not interrupting their story. just, it's okay to react with a facial expression like, oh man, you know, that's okay, all right? I don't want you to try to be this automaton. Because here's the thing, if they're telling this story, you might be the first person that's ever heard it. And if you're just kind of like, okay, and you're neutral to it, they could be thinking you're judging them, or that it's not that big a deal, or, oh my God, I just told you this thing and you're not really receiving it, okay? So make sure that you acknowledge, when somebody's there, make sure you're acknowledging, like, I'm right here with you, I got it, I got what you're saying. So you can do it for facial expressions, nods. I'm a big nod, like, I got what you're talking about, I'm right there with you. So good, very good point.
Yeah, it is. And you know, we don't have time to flush this out completely, but we minister with our bodies. I mean, you minister physically to people. God created you with a body. Counselors don't minister with their bodies. We're not counselors. We're part of the body of Christ. We can minister with our bodies. We can love on people to the extent that we're not, you know, making them uncomfortable. Okay, so really good one. Very great job. This, now what's your second one? I got a high expectation here.
Don't blow it, Mark.
All right, well, we talked about the importance of how to gently empower the seeker, that they're the focus, but also not trying to make them feel pressured or uncomfortable or like they're on the stage.
Showing their
So there's a
value.
really delicate balance there,
Mhm.
getting your point across, but not making them feel awkward and yet feel bad.
Yes, that is a delicate balance. So for those of you that didn't hear, what he's talking about is there's a very delicate balance between making the seeker feel empowered and also not put on the spot. And that we value where they're at. And we're actually going to talk a lot about that tomorrow. That's one of the things we're going to really spend some time talking about. How do you do that? It's really good. That's very good. Thank you, guys. Stella?
One of our big ones was re-emphasizing confidentiality.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we do that before we go in, but I think also doing it as a group too.
That's good.
I think it's important to reiterate it and also bring that sort of camaraderie because all of you are in it together.
Yeah, that's really good.
And then it kind of is going on along the same lines that Mark was saying about, so I do ministry with students, but I think it's the same with adults where it's, you just really preface, we're not going to go any faster than you are prepared to go, that this is about your ministry. I don't have any preconceived notions about how this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you know, listening for the Holy Spirit and allowing them to know that God's in the room with them, and also saying, because when they do ministry worksheets, it could be like, I don't even know why I brought this up, and just really empowering them with that, where it's like, just really listen for the Lord in that, wherever that might be, and even if it seems weird, it's okay to go there.
Yeah.
So it's all about like where they're at in the process.
I'm just telling you that even though we know it and we say it in the big room, there's something so important about saying to people, we're not going to make you do anything you don't want to do. We totally, and then don't do it. Don't make them do something that you got to follow up on that. But it is, well, I don't want to get into tomorrow. Yeah, that's really good. What about you guys?
We came up with prayer before starting as a small group.
Yes, very good. Praying in the small group, yep.
And just.
Well, wait, are you talking about your ministry group? Or are you talking about, yes, very good.
Within
Very Within the ministry team,
Right.
yeah, within the ministry group, yep. Excellent.
And a reminder to the observers to be quiet
Mhm.
and respectful and.
Yes. So, could you hear that? Reminder to the observers to be respectful. So, here's the thing. When you go into a room and you're the leader, you gotta be the leader. And every time you're the leader, you make other people feel safe. Every time you do something leader-like, you make them feel safe. So that's really good, very good. Okay, so we are teed up. I mean, that's just in preparation and thinking about what we need to do in order to create an environment of safety. We haven't even started talking about where we go once we get in there. But we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a quick break. It's 7:39, so just like 11 minutes. And then we're gonna come back and we've got more stuff for you. Anything else? Okay.